what it says is, you're a billionaire. You have now the constitutional right, because your money is your freedom of expression.
Bernie Sanders went on Rogan this week, looking like he lost a fight with a leaf blower. He's pissed that Elon Musk spent his own money to help get Trump elected. He tried to spin this as a Republican issue and got fact-checked harder than Kamala at a spelling bee. Rogan hits him with some obvious follow-ups, and Bernie short-circuits like someone handed him a dinner bill without government funding. So buckle up, guys. The BS meter just might get pegged today.
You have now the constitutional right, because your money is your freedom of expression, right? So you don't like Bernie Sanders? You can put millions or hundreds of millions of dollars into a campaign and express your view about how terrible Bernie Sanders is,
right.
And you can buy that election, right? That's
right.
Your constitutional right. Elon Musk, and I know Elon was on your show, and he spent $270 million to elect Trump as president.
What's the most someone donated towards the Harris campaign?
He spent a lot of money on Harris as well.
They spent $1.5 billion just
combined
over the course of a couple of months.
You got it. All right, let me talk about it. So I'm not here just to say it's a Republican. That's my point here.
Right.
That's a bunch of bullshit, Bernie. That wasn't your point. You were spinning harder than Don Lemon in a drag race trying to paint this as some kind of Republican boogeyman story. But then Rogan hit you with a basic fact check, and you folded faster than a lawn chair at a Bernie rally with no free snacks. This next segment is pure gold. Rogan unloads some truth bombs, and Bernie sprays more BS than a broken septic tank at a Marxist book club.
Well, what about the other the other lawsuit with the conversation that they had with Kamala Harris, where they edited the answers that she had to make it look more precise?
60 Minutes, they were suing 60 Minutes.
Yes.
Is, to my mind, historically, been around for a very long time. You know, they're not infallible, but I think you look at most objective people will say 60 Minutes has a sterling reputation for investigative journalism. Are they wrong?
But that's not investigative journalism if you change someone's answers. If you ask her a question and she comes with a rambling answer that doesn't make sense, and you edit that out and insert another answer to a different question that seems more cogent.
All right, Joe, then you're walking down, you're walking down a dangerous path. Suing media has the impact of intimidating media. All right, if somebody sues you, all right, let me finish, all right?
Okay.
Somebody sues you, you know, why not you? You could be sued tomorrow, right? Because you are doing this. You're too sympathetic to this.
Right.
And, Joe, you did that, and they have a big law firm behind you, and you're going to have to spend zillions of dollars defending yourself. You know what? Next time you do an interview, you say, maybe I'm not going to go in that area. Right?
No, but it's not that. It's editing things, to make deceptive editing.
Joe,
so in deceptive editing, you give people a different perception of who this candidate is than reality.
Right, but you got to explain.
But that's not objective journalism.
I know, but
that's campaigning for that person.
Right, but
would you agree with that?
I don't have those details. I don't know that I agree with your analysis of it. I don't know enough.
I think that's universally accepted that that's what they did.
Then you got to tell.
Where do we even begin? Bernie just pulled off a full Olympic routine of dodging, deflecting, and denying, and somehow stuck the landing in a giant pile of BS. He doesn't have the details? Buddy, it was national news, not a classified CIA op. He doesn't agree with Rogan's analysis? Yeah, because Rogan used logic, and that stuff burns Bernie like sunlight on a vampire. And 60 Minutes has a sterling reputation? Maybe, back when rotary phones were a thing. 4 full Bullsh spats in under 2 minutes. That's a personal best. Add that to his earlier nonsense, and Bernie's now batting 5 for 5 on the BS scoreboard. Give that man a participation trophy and a government pension. Oh wait, he already has both. So that's a wrap for this one, guys. Bernie Sanders walked into Joe Rogan's studio with a full head of static and a bag of tired talking points, and Rogan tore through it like a Tesla through traffic. He tried to spin campaign donations, ignore media corruption, and pretend Kamala Harris wasn't edited like a bad TikTok draft, and still ended up looking like a confused substitute teacher who lost his syllabus. When you can't defend your own party's lies, you play dumb, and Bernie played it like a pro. If you're tired of the same recycled socialist bullshit dressed up as moral outrage, hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see through the noise, head over to steadfastandloyal.com for the truth uncensored. We don't pull punches. We don't kiss rings. We fight back with facts, fire, and freedom. As always, stay informed, stay relentless, and stay steadfast and loyal. I'm Jimmy Parker. Thanks for joining us.